The truth about wholesaling real estate in your early 20s. Wholesaling real estate can probably be the greatest tool, the greatest vehicle ever for making stupid, massive cash really quick wholesaling real estate. In your 20s, wholesaling real estate can be the entire game changer of your life. It is, without any cliches to say it all, your way to escape the matrix. There is a matrix in your life of working that job, working that 9 to 5, going out here and just getting by to pay the bills, making your 30, 40 grand a year. And there is a way to escape. There is the pill to go out here, open your eyes to reality and make the change. This is not an easy pill to swallow. This is not an easy thing to do, but it is a pill that will open your eyes. And the fact that you're watching this video means that you already know about wholesaling, or maybe you know a little bit about it. But the truth about wholesaling real estate is it is a lot different than the wholesaling real estate gurus make it. It's a lot different than the way that any of these social media influencers speak about wholesaling. This business is a lot different than probably the way that anybody in this world tells you about wholesaling real estate. You know, a lot of people think it's like, I'm a real estate professional, buddy, and I'm that kind of guy, when really that's not what wholesaling is about. Wholesaling is about just one simple thing: finding deeply discounted property. That is it. If you're able to find somebody who wants to sell their house for less than it's worth, you can sell it to a rich landlord and make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in a month. And the ability for you at 20 years old, 21, 22 to make 50 grand in a month when you probably haven't seen 50 grand in your bank account in your life is the reason you're watching this video. You are watching this because you know that you have the ability to make $50,000 in the next 30 days. I will go to battle. I will go out here and fight anybody tooth and nail. And that is the hill that I am dying on, that I completely in my heart believe you have the ability and you have everything in your hands to make $60,000 in a month. The only thing stopping you is just you doing it. And this is what we're talking about today. The truth about this business, what you should be doing to go out here and make life-changing money in under a month, and exactly the brutal truths you have to know. What I wish I knew starting out when I was in my 20s wholesaling, right? I started wholesaling real estate at 17 years old. That's when I got my first wholesaling deal. And this trajectory has been insane. I've done over 2,500 wholesaling real estate deals in the past 8 years. And I started at 17. I'm 25 years old now. And this has been the most insane roller coaster of my life. But I am extremely proud to tell you that this is a roller coaster. I have brought a lot of people on the ride with me. And there are so many people that watch me talk about wholesaling that believe that, hey, you know what? I'm just going to follow what this guy says. I'm actually going to do his crazy theories and his crazy things he says. And guess what? They go out here and change their life, right? So let's kind of talk about wholesaling real estate, the truths of this, some brutal stuff you need to know, but some things that I think once you understand it, your life's going to be a lot better. Number one, wholesaling real estate is a game changer in your 20s. It is not one of the things to get you rich. It is the thing to get you rich. If you have $0 at all, and I've gone through this exercise with more high schoolers than anything, but if you have $0, no money at all, and you want to go out here and make $20,000, you have no money, right? You're living with your mom. You have $0. You want to make 20 grand in a month legally without shaking your butt on the internet. What can you do? Can anybody brainstorm with me, right? Like, the thing about that is there's nothing, really nothing important you can do in the next 30 days that's really going to severely make you 20 grand that is legal. And especially as a young male, it's very, very difficult because you get, because I'm Meta and Facebook, Instagram, for usually younger males, they get fed this algorithm, right? And this algorithm is day trade, Lambo, sick boat, sick yacht. And that is like that's the thing. And then the rappers talk about selling substances, right? And then you got the other people on the internet tell you to go out here and do options and play with coins and leverage all your money and try to guess the future. And it's like, this stuff's crazy. Like, day trading is like guessing the future. Like, that's crazy. The amount of risk that you have to do. Okay, do a social media marketing. It might not cost you really much. You can make money doing that. But honestly, like, really think about that. To make 20 grand in social media marketing agency, you need a full-time acquisitions, and you need a full-time DMing team, and you need like 16 editors, and like, that ain't gonna happen in 30 days. And so I look at the vast majority, right, of people, especially in their 20s, trying to escape this matrix. Personally, what I see is there's no way to get out of there using any of these strategies that young men are told, and young women too, right? Like, but the thing about it is there is this one thing, and I've been on this journey for a very long time, and there's one thing I found is wholesaling real estate. Now, I kind of did lie. There is another thing you can do if you're a young person and you want to get really rich really fast. This doesn't happen in 30 days, but you can pretend to be really good at day trading and you can rent a Lambo and make some social media courses and kind of play the game. But the problem is at some point the jig gets up and you get, hey, can you, like if you're a day trading guru, it's like, well, can you show some day trades of you making money? And then you can't show it, right? Same about wholesaling gurus. It's like, well, let's do a live cold call wholesaling guru and see if you're really good at cold calling. Show up to the line. Let's see what happens, right? And then you see it don't happen, right? I just do some deals with somebody watching your content. They can't do it, right? And so the thing is, the only true way anybody can make money without any money at all, right? Like it's like, how can you make something out of nothing, right? That it's kind of this is a central like theory. It's like, well, I can't make something when I have nothing, right? But the truth is, in wholesaling, it is possible. You can have no money at all because there are hungry real estate investors, cash buyers, rich landlords, realtors, heck, that have these rich people that just need to buy rentals. And if you are able to provide them rental properties at discounted properties, they'll pay you a premium, a finder's fee for doing this. And this is the power of wholesaling real estate. This is where you can get rich. This is where your entire life changes. But the only way that you make a change is if you change yourself. You must decide to make that change. And one frightful day when I was 16, turning 17 years old, I decided that I was going to go all in on this because I knew somebody that went all in on wholesaling. That's my story. I've never been lying about it. I've never said anything about it, but like somebody believed in themselves and they got rich in real estate. And I decided, you know, if this guy could do it, I could do it. And that person was my dad. And ever since then, I just went all in on wholesaling. And that has been a crazy roller coaster in my life. And you can say all these things. Oh, his dad taught him everything. Yeah, my dad taught me everything. You know, multi-millionaire real estate wholesaler taught me everything about wholesaling. Go say whatever you want in the comments. Like I've heard it all. But the one thing you can't tell me is I don't know how to close a deal. You can't tell me that I don't know how to do thousands of wholesaling real estate deals. You can't tell me that I don't know about flipping a house. You can't tell me I don't know how to do a subject to. You don't tell me that I can't close better than 99.999% of wholesalers out here. You can't tell me that I have taught more people how to get the first wholesaling deal for free than anybody else on the internet. You know why? Because my dad taught me how to wholesale for free. And I decided that was a stupid, unfair advantage that I am in turn going not to just teach my son in the future how to wholesale for free, but I'm going to teach the whole world how to wholesale real estate for free. And I gave that hoarded information that I've used to make millions of dollars wholesaling to the public for free for the past, I think, 5 years on YouTube, right? And because I was able to just do that, because I make so much money wholesaling, I decided just to let everyone do it. And then obviously you do more deals with me. The whole like karma cycle went crazy and I started getting crazy, way more crazy rich wholesaling because you all send me more wholesaling deals, right? But the thing is, just because somebody believed in themselves and took a crazy change, I decided to believe in them. And believing in them was me believing in myself. And then I made the change. And so what I'm asking you to do today is believe in me. Believe that wholesaling real estate will change your life. It will open your mind. And it's really not that hard to believe that anymore. If you go to ZachDiscord.com, where we have tens of thousands of wholesalers that are learning from me, you will find probably 6 or 7 guys and gals in the next 15 minutes and say, hey, who's done a deal here? You'll probably find $1 million of assignment fees this year from just 6 or 7 people. Hey, I learned from Zach absolutely for free. His stuff works. Crazy, right? And the thing is, it's impossible for you not to find somebody who has made over 100K learning from me in 30 minutes on the Discord. There's so many of them out here. Like it's at the point where you really have to be such a crazy hater not to find people that I taught for free making millions of dollars wholesaling that became a millionaire because of me. And so the belief thing is like, it's not just, you know, going out here and believing that Rick can do it and I can do it. No, it's like thousands and thousands of people this year have decided to become millionaires from my content. And so like it comes to a point where the evidence is so overwhelming, you cannot not believe that this thing is going to change your life. But the first thing you have to do is believe in yourself. If you believe you can do it, there's a way better chance it gets done. I think a lot of people think, I think I might be able to do it. Maybe I can. Should I do it? Should I not? I don't know. Guys and gals, you can do it. I promise you, you can do it. But the one thing you have to do is believe it can be done. So let's talk about the truth about wholesaling real estate, especially as a young man and a young woman, right? I've never been a young woman in wholesaling real estate. So maybe some women watching this can comment below and tell me their experiences because there's a lot of different experiences, right? I recently talked to a single mom who actually is kind of funny. Not a single mom, sorry, stay-at-home mom. She's happily married. And she at home started making more money than her husband who was working her job full-time because she decided to believe in me. And I think that was one of the coolest stories. And she really sat me down and told me that, you know, wholesaling real estate as a stay-at-home mom is a lot different than Zach at 18 years old in high school doing it. I completely agree. All right. I will never tell you that, you know, my daily struggles are worse than any, because there are people with way worse struggles, right? As a guy that is not married, that has no kids, wholesaling real estate is a tad easier for me than somebody that is in that situation, right? It's not a bad thing to be married and kids, right? Obviously I want all those things in the future, but like it does make things a little more complicated, right? So it's always really, really funny. That's all I could tell you, right? So let's break this all down and let's share about it, right? So first and foremost, all right, wholesaling real estate has unlimited earning potential. The truth about this business is the effort you put in determines your income. This is why I love wholesaling real estate. The amount of money that you put into wholesaling directly correlates to the amount of money you make in this business. So the more inputs you put, the more work, the more marketing, the more sticky notes, more calls, more texts, the more money you make wholesaling houses. Now, the thing is, and this is a sad truth that I will be completely transparent with you on. I look at people in their 20s right now. These are people my age. I'm 25 years old. So I have talked to a lot of 20-year-olds. I talked to a lot of 29-year-olds. And I'll be completely honest with you. My generation is 95% soft. I've done the math. It's about 95% soft. And I mean complete sissy, like little babies. And I'm not even saying that just like be funny. I'm not saying that to like I'm being completely 100% transparent. My generation are just mostly soft little babies that complain and they're in a corner all day and they don't want to work hard. I've said it. It is true. Now I'll tell you the 5% of my generation that are in their 20s. Those 5% are probably one of the most craziest driven individuals I've ever met. I've met a lot of driven individuals in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, 60s. And I'll say the top 1% of every generation, you can't beat my generation on the top 1%. We are probably the craziest workaholic, driven individuals that'll do whatever it takes to become successful, because we kind of grew up on the David Goggins type thing, especially in our formative years. And we've seen a lot of crazy stuff, right? So one thing I will tell you is my generation has grown up in a very coddled world, but the ones that have, how do I put this, that have said no to that doctrine that's been put forward in my generation, those are the most craziest individuals. And the reason you're watching this is because you actually want to make a change in your life. You don't want to work a regular job. You probably don't want to do the whole college thing, right? You're part of that 5%. Now, the thing about it is you might be part of the 10% that want it but don't want it, right? And I think 10% want to make a change, but only 5% get it, because you really got to want it. And it's not that you want it, it's that you want it. It's like you're going to do it. You are going to go out here at 5 a.m. put the sticky notes out. You're actually going to go out here and do 100 contacts a week. You're going to go out here and put 1,000 texts a day, do 1,000 calls. Like, you're going to do all these things. There's a big difference between the people that want it and the people that are going to do whatever it takes to go out here and grind. That is the big difference I've seen. Now, you will see in wholesaling real estate, there are inconsistent months. And I think this is probably one of the biggest cons about this business that is going to be a lot different than if you do other types of just a regular job, right? Especially starting out, you're gonna get months where like you get a good deal and you go 3 or 4 months to get nothing. Like you make $0, right? It's not a set salary, which does suck. And I won't lie to you, it ain't fun, especially in the beginning, right? But you can create a repeatable business, especially when you get in the scaling part and you start doing well, that the money just comes in every single month. And it comes to a point where it's impossible not to do deals once you start up in the marketing enough. And you want to get a point where you're doing deals so it actually makes sense to do that. But like, boom, you'll do it. You'll get rich. You'll become successful if you can start becoming consistent. Consistency is the key. If you can consistently get deals every single month, if you can do at least 1 deal a month, I can promise you I can get you 2 deals a month, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 10x that, right? It's not that difficult to do if you just can figure out the cheat code on how to get a list in a marketing channel that will get you a deal every single month. Might be the pre-foreclosure, might be the probates, might be drawing for dollars, might be a high equity list on X Leads, right? Might be the AI list on X Leads, right? Whatever it is, figure out what's working and stick to it. That is how this business works, and that's how you become successful, right? You don't try a million different things. You try certain ones and you find something that works, something that produces leads, then you go all in, and that's how you do it. Now, the thing is, wholesaling real estate, you are able to get true freedom. And I think that's a thing a lot of people really look into, and something they really like about being an entrepreneur is you get in this business, you start it, there's no guarantee of success, but the cool part is you make your own hours, you have the freedom to do what you want when you want. That's pretty dang good. I think that's one truth about wholesaling real estate that we don't get talked about, is if you have kids, you can go to their soccer games, whatever it is, and then you can grind on the other days. There is a certain con to this, I will say. I hate to be that guy, but there is a certain con. I think one of the biggest cons of that is you tend to work all the time. I think a lot of people think you work like 15, 20 hours a week in the beginning. Kind of a lie if you really want to get it, like guarantee results. But the cool part is you can do this part-time. And that's the thing I really like about wholesaling is if you only have 10, 15 hours a week, you're able to just put sticky notes out there and you're going to be good. You'll do a ton of deals doing that. Now, there is a big con of this. I think one of the biggest cons that I've personally seen is the sacrifice that has to be made to become successful wholesaling. And this is probably the hardest truth, that the reason why the 10% that want to get rich and only 3 or 4%, maybe 5 at most in my generation, especially in the 20s watching this, actually become successful, is wholesaling real estate weeds out the suckers. And there's no nice way to put that. There's no really sweet, easy pill to swallow saying that. And if I was selling you a crazy wholesaling guru program, I wouldn't say this, right? I'd say anyone can do it. Just believe in yourself and you'll get rich. And I could say that, but the thing is, there's a lot of long nights. There's a lot of long days. There's a lot of early mornings, late nights, all the cliche entrepreneur stupid stuff you're going to hear. But the honest dang truth is there are massive sacrifices that have to be made. I think one of the biggest sacrifices you have to make is killing your old self for your new self to be born. I think one sentence I hear a lot is like, kill the boy and the man will be born. And you really have to create this change in your life. And a lot of people think the sacrifice is having no sleep and grinding and killing yourself and destroying your relationship with your parents and hating your wife. And that's not what wholesaling is about. The sacrifices that you have to make are some of the sacrifices that are not easy. See, it's easy to cut off your girlfriend. It's easy to cut off your mom. It's easy to cut off your dad. You just don't call them, text them, or reach out, right? And just grind. That's easy. What's hard is to remove the negative mindset that is stopping you from making money. Oh, I'm so tired today. Oh, I don't feel like it. Oh, I don't think I can close this guy. Like these little baby little mindsets that you think you're a grinder, but at the end of the day, you don't actually think you can do it. Like you ain't gonna do it, man. On top of that, one of the biggest sacrifices that you're going to have to make is the social outcast that you're gonna feel like in front of your friends. And the reason you're gonna feel like this is you are going to lose some relationships in this business. And I hate to tell you this, I've never really found one person that kind of went out of this unscathed. You will have good friends that don't want to be your friends anymore. You're going to have people that question your entire motives of getting behind this. You are going to have maybe partners that question what you're doing, and they're going to question it like crazy. And they do it out of love in their heart. Like, you probably shouldn't do wholesale. Like, I think it might be a scam. I don't think that's the right thing to do. Like, maybe you should just be a realtor and, all these things. And the thing about it is they're doing it from a loving place, but you are not, it's not that you have to have a terrible relationship with them, but just understand your family has your best interest in mind. They really believe that. But the thing about it is they'll have your best interest in mind throughout your entire life. And what I mean by this is I think of one really cool example of this one kid. He was 16 years old. His name's Ethan, and he got into wholesaling real estate. His mom told him it was terrible. His dad told him it was terrible. And it was just, don't wholesale, don't wholesale, don't wholesale, don't wholesale, don't wholesale. It's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam. He came on my one-on-ones, right? He's just like, Zach, my parents, they really don't believe in me. They think it's a scam. And I just tell him, hey, just do a deal. I promise you, just do a deal. It's like, why, Mike? Just do a deal. And he goes and does a deal, makes $20,000. And then next month he makes another $20,000. And then he tells his parents he made $40,000 in the past 2 months doing the scammy thing. And his parents look up the check, bottom left-hand corner, a lawyer. They look up at it. It's a real legit real estate lawyer that signed the checks. It's about 40 grand in total, right? I think it was probably like 25, 15, I think, but like it was like $40,000 roughly. And you know what his parents said after that? You need to do more of this. Oh, because they know it's the best interest of their son to keep doing whatever he's doing. And the moral of the story here is your family, the people telling you not to get into wholesaling, are doing because they think it's what's best for you. But when you start getting insanely rich wholesaling, they're going to encourage you to keep doing it because that is what's best for you. And the thing is, the only way you can get them to go change teams of no wholesaling to wholesaling is for you to just start winning. Have you ever noticed football teams that start winning, more people fly the flags and wear the pictures? Because once you start winning, it's easy to root for the winning team. It is never easy to root for the losing team. And the thing about that is, like, have you seen the amount of Patriots fans in the NFL that kind of aren't Patriots fans anymore? Yeah, I've noticed that, especially in Florida. There's a lot less Patriots football jerseys being worn around. That's kind of weird. Why is that? I wonder why. And there's a lot more Chiefs stuff everywhere. Interesting. But like, the truth is, people just want to root for a winner. And the thing is, there's a lot of sacrifices that you have to make if you want to get rich wholesaling. I think one of the biggest sacrifices is killing your old self. Stop doom scrolling. Stop being on social media all the time. You're probably watching this on social media, but like, really take account what time you go to bed, what time you wake up. Take account for how much time you spend on Instagram, YouTube, all these things, and really start spending more time doing things that are going to make you money. So when you figure about these sacrifices, right, what is given is taken. And so whatever you decide that you want to sacrifice, it's going to hurt, but you will be given another opportunity for this. And so you're going to find a lot of your friends once you start making money, and this is a truth about wholesaling that obviously you don't have to worry about until you get rich, but once you get rich, you're going to figure this out, that a lot of your friends are going to not be your friends anymore. And I hate to say this, but when you grow older, right, you have friends where like your maturity level's different, what you want in life's different. You know, your buddy John, right, he never wanted wife and kids, and he still wants to be the party guy. And when you were a party guy, it was great, but now it's not anymore. It kind of don't jive. He's drunk at the family barbecue when you invite him, and it's kind of weird, right? And you just you grow out of that friendship, right? A lot of people have that, and that's just a maturity thing. But there's also this thing about you trying to become a better human being and always improving. And once you get rich, you want to improve not just your finances, but just you as a person. And you're going to find a lot of people get very, very jealous of your success. And once you start having success, you're going to have not really from family, but mostly from friends. And you're going to have to find new motivated, happy, and rich friends to go motivate you to do better, to become more rich, to become more successful, and just do better in life. And so the one thing I will tell everybody watching this is a new circle of motivated, happy, and rich friends is something you want to strive for, because you are going to lose relationships. The lost relationships are going to be happening on the way of leveling up. Now, mostly going to be friendships. I don't think you're really going to lose any spouses or anything like that from wholesaling. That's not really a thing. But the only thing you will lose is a lot of people are going to get jealous of you. You are going to have to just really say no to a lot of things. A lot of your friends are going to be really, really upset with you. This has happened to me a lot, but you have to be that guy that says no more than yes. And like, if your buddies want you to go drinking three times a week, right? You're going to have to say no to like two out of three of those. And you're going to have to get some good night's sleep, or just work on your wholesaling plans, or do some, digital bandit sign marketing, and just focus on wholesaling. And I know it sucks to do, but like reduce the time spent on non-income producing activities by 90%. I'm not saying no to all of your friends, but you're going to have to severely reduce this and really hyper focus on getting that one goal is probably getting your deals. That's it. That is what this business is all about. So I think everybody watching this, you're going to understand this is a sacrifice, but it is willing to be made. I've lost a lot of friends due to wholesaling real estate, but I've gained more from becoming rich, successful, all these things. And I would have never made the friends that I have now if I wasn't the man I am now, because of what wholesaling has created. It has made me a tougher individual. It's made me a kinder individual. It's made me a hardened individual in the best way possible. When adversity comes in my life, when stress comes in my life, I know how to handle it right because of wholesaling real estate. But you're going to level up. You're going to find some changes. So building the life that you've always wanted starts right now. This is the time. This is exactly how you start building the life of your dreams. You're going to just start finding ugly houses. So if you go on the Flip with Rick YouTube channel, again, that is Flip with Rick YouTube channel. That's my main YouTube channel for wholesaling real estate. I also got the Zachin YouTube channel, right? That is where I do Sunday night live streams. That's where I do other content, right? But if you go to the Flip with Rick YouTube channel, you're going to see basically a bunch of videos about getting started. I mean, heck, just go to my free wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com. It's the word free, the word wholesaling.com, freewholesaling.com. Once you go to freewholesaling.com, right, you're going to just basically find a list of about 34 ways to find a wholesaling real estate deal absolutely for free that costs $0 at all. And the majority of these are going to be from either calling government lists, driving for dollars, probates. You can go after arrest records. You can post in Craigslist, Facebook groups, right? There's so many free ways to find wholesaling deals, JVs, all these great things, that building that foundation of closing your first deal is so easy. And heck, I don't even want you to even go through the course sometimes, because I think some people don't even learn that way. If you want to learn just by watching other people do it, I severely recommend you go to the Discord, zachdiscord.com, Z-A-C-H, discord.com, and just ask people who has done their first deal from Zach. Hey, I did. I cold called a tax delinquency. This is how I did it. This is how I found the phone number. This is how I did it. Roger that. If he did it, let me do it too. And it's like some people just need that, right? They don't want to hear me tell you how to do it. They want to see like, oh wow, 6 guys did it like that. Guys, I have over 250,000 people in that free wholesaling course. I have tens of thousands of people that go out here and are in the Discord and just become rich and successful because they actually network individuals and right, all these great things. The time is now. There's no excuse of knowing what to do or how to do it. It's all in there. You can go get in front of a chat with somebody for free and just get it done. You got to do it. And so just start going after it and understanding another key lesson here. Saying yes to something is saying no to something. And what I mean by that is if you say yes to doing something, you're usually saying no to your dreams. And so saying yes is saying no. And so if you have opportunities, and you're going to find this a lot, and I want you to really, really understand this. You are going to find this. When you're getting started in this business, you want to start making money. You want to start wholesaling houses, right? People, friends, and mostly family members. I'm going to say this about family members, and this is not to say anything bad about my family. This is just family members in general I found, is they love you and they want to spend as much time as possible with you because they love you. And that's a great thing. We love that. Shout out to our family, but they will take as much time as possible from you if you let them. And as a beginner in wholesaling real estate, you might not have any money. So the only resource you really have to reach your goals is your time. And sometimes if you really want to get it, which in your 20s, I think this is the time to build your dream life, because if you're watching this and you have no kids and you are not married, I'm telling you, you need to go all in on wholesaling. And if you live with your parents, even better. I think a lot of people make fun of living with their parents. I don't think living with your parents is a bad thing. If you live with your parents, your tolerance of risk has just increased drastically. Your tolerance of risk is insanely high, because what's going to happen if you fail? You live with your parents, you're already living with them. Trust me. It's not bad, because they'll take care of you. You're fine, right? Food's made in the, right? It's so funny that I got guys and gals who live with their mom and dad telling me that what if it doesn't work? It's what you're going to be in the same situation. It's a lot harder talking to Billy, who's married to Ashley, and they got 4 kids, and he's got a full-time job, and if he quits his job, these kids are going to be on the street. It's a lot different thing than, another gal, right? We'll call her Sarah, and she lives with her parents, and her parents love her, and she's 21 years old, and she just graduated college, and she could go all in, right? Even better if you don't have a boyfriend, girlfriend, right? Because, they take time, people got needs, right? But if you could just reduce the amount of time on distractions and just go all in on wholesaling, the chance of you get a deal and become successful drastically increases. And so I really want everybody watching this to really know, if you're that type of person that really, you can risk it all, put all the chips on the table. You're not even risking money. You're just risking your time. And a lot of you guys will spend that extra time, that 15, 20 hours a week into wholesaling on Fortnite, Warzone, Xbox, something stupid, TikTok, YouTube videos, right? Watching Cat Girl, I don't know, dance videos. I don't know what kids do these days. But I'm just saying, you're going to be wasting your time. The time is going to go by, and time is going to fly. 10 years ago in the future, nobody's going to care about how bad your life has been, about the situations that happened that are outside of your control. It only matters what you did and how your business ran. And of course, the loved ones around you. But it's crazy to me that some of y'all will just watch TV all day and not use that time to actually make a change, right? Focus on wholesaling real estate. And if you're that guy that's Zach, I'm literally addicted to playing video games, I can't stop, sell your Xbox, sell your PlayStation, right? Just sell it, use that money to go drive for dollars, use that money to just, I don't know, eat some food. I don't know to tell you, but just sell, you could sell the gaming system and you're good to go. One tip I want to give everyone in their 20s right now, and I know this is going to be really, really bad to say, but if you're a person who has over 7 hours a day of screen time, right? So this is for 20-year-olds. If you have over 7 hours a day of screen time and it is on non-income producing things, so if it's not on your Google Voice, if it is from Instagram, if it is from just scrolling and Netflix and all these things, right? If you're in 20s, you're smart enough, you know how to pop it up. Go to your screen time, and I want you to go to your accessibility settings and make your phone black and white. And I know it's Zach, why are you telling me to do that? It's kind of weird. The reason I'm saying that is it's going to make your phone a lot more boring. I know it's crazy to do. This is one hack I've been telling a lot of young people, and it's been changing people's productivity. I found everyone's screen time reduces by half because your brain doesn't drop as much dopamine when there's no colors. But change your accessibilities and make your phone black and white. I promise you'll spend less time on your phone doing stupid stuff. If you start waking up earlier in the morning, not crazy earlier, but I don't know, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. If you want to go crazy, you can do 9 a.m. if you want to do, but if you just start waking up at a set time and being more disciplined in your life, maybe work out and have your phone black and white, and you just work all the time, you'll start getting more rich. And this is something that is people call it ghost mode. Some people call it a dopamine detox, but this is a real thing that actually worked. It worked for me really well. That when I started wholesaling real estate, especially as a teenager, right, I had all these things that were so fun to do and so many distractions. And the one thing I did was I found out the distractions were fun to me, right? Gave me dopamine hits, right? And I found out your brain is very sensitive to dopamine. So if you're playing video games all day and doing the most fun things ever, it's not as fun to do things that are less fun. And so maybe cold calling for 2 hours is not fun anymore because I could just play video games for 2 hours or listen to music for 2 hours. So one thing I will tell you should be doing is if you want to drive for dollars, make it, if you love music, I love music, right? Turn your phone black and white. Don't listen to any music at all. And say you can only listen to music if you work out or drive for dollars or cold call. I promise you, you'll look forward to driving for dollars. You'll look forward to cold calling. You'll look forward to working out because those are the only times you actually get to do fun things. If you start making the work fun, you start getting addicted to it and that turns into your video game. So many people love video games because you start leveling up. Remember in wholesaling real estate, your life, you level up from that. And so number one, phone black and white. Number two, don't listen to any music unless you're listening to music while doing any work. I would say put sticky notes on houses, start listening to music, right? One example I can tell everyone of this, which I've been telling people in the Discord, I get some DMs like, Zach, what do you think about this? And I say, okay. First of all, Kendrick Lamar dropped an album. Absolute fire, by the way. Love Kendrick Lamar's album. I'm not Canadian, so I can say that. I would tell everyone should listen to that album if you like hip hop. I think that album's insane, right? The wordplay's awesome, right? But make it a thing where you can only listen to that album while driving for dollars. I promise you'll be excited to drive for dollars. You'll probably scream mustard for a minute straight. That's my buddy once. It's so funny. But just do stuff like that. I know it sounds stupid. That might be like Gen Z Zach saying, but the things that you think are fun right now, only do it while you're working and your life will get a lot better. You look forward to it and you'll work more. And just start doing this and your wholesaling will get a lot better. And so just understand that saying no to something is also saying yes to your dreams. So when you say, no, I can't do that, you're saying no, because I'm going to be doing my dreams and you're good to go. And I've had a lot of people too, right? I think a lot of wholesalers go out here and, I get a lot of young guys out here doing this because I think a lot of young men are stupid and I got to educate them sometimes. I remember this one guy, he was engaged to his girlfriend, well, I guess fiance at the time. And she went up to me, and this was at our first Flipper Plus live event, right? And she went up to me like, Zach, all he does is wholesale and work. And Zach and the relationship expert, by the way, right? I'm pretty basic with this stuff, but I say, okay, well, come here. And I say, okay, map me out your entire week. I did this with the fiance watching this, and he mapped out his entire week. And what he basically did was he would work for 2 or 3 hours, spend 30 minutes with his girlfriend, work another 2 hours, spend 30 minutes with her, work out 2 hours, spend 30 minutes with, work out for an hour and then spend 30 minutes with her. And he'd spend 2 hours a day with her, but it'd be in weird increments. I'm like, what do you do for those 30 minutes? He said, we just hang out, we just watch TV. And I told this guy this, and I think that this changed the relationship. It was so funny. I said, okay, how about you work all day? So what time do you go to bed? He said, I go to bed at midnight. I said, okay. You work all day. You get up at 9, you work till 9. I said, okay. And then from 9 to midnight, those 3 hours, you turn your phone off, or you put your phone in the other room. You don't watch any TV, and you just dedicate those 3 hours to your girlfriend. You just look at her, you talk about gossip, you talk, you go on walks, you hang out, you do whatever you want. Then you can watch TV if you want, but only for an hour, and just dedicate that time solely for your relationship. And this changed their entire life because he started not worrying and being stressed out about spending time with her. He'd work, okay, spend time, okay, I gotta go back, okay, I gotta back. No, he just grinded the entire time. He felt like he got his work, so he felt good, so he'd be present with her. And then he spent those 2 or 3 hours with her. She felt like oh wow, he gives me 2 or 3 hours of attention a day, which is amazing. And then he started making more money. She started feeling good, and they got married. And Zach, the matchmaker out here, making life change. And I'm not saying that because I'm telling you I'm a relationship expert, but I'm just telling you, focus. And if you dedicate everything into what you're doing, it'll be a lot better. Stop being this guy or gal that's trying to put their foot in every corner. I promise you, if you sit down with your partner and just say, hey, from this time I work, outside of that, I'm focusing solely on you, they will understand. They will understand if they are the right person. You just got to learn how to manage your time. It's better to spend an hour with somebody than spend 10 minutes with them 6 times during the day. I promise you. And I told the guy this, I said, your girlfriend's going to be sick of you after hour 2. They're going to be sick of you. They're going to be okay. And here's the thing, a lot of relationships, I'm not going to be the relationship guy. A lot of y'all just sit on a couch and watch TV. You don't even talk to each other. You just sit on the couch and watch TV. That's not quality time with somebody, right? And so if you just sit down and talk to someone for 2 or 3 hours, they're sick of you by then. You're okay. And so just you'll get a lot more done. You'll feel good. So just FYI, play with your kids for this 2 or whatever it is. But I'm just telling you, I know there's a lot of wholesalers that feel like they can't balance. I think it's the stupidest thing in the world. I legit think it's so stupid that some of you guys I can't balance. You can balance it. You can do it real, right? So wholesaling real estate, again, this business, all right? You find wholesaling deals, and then you sell wholesaling deals. This is what wholesaling is about. You find the deal and then you sell the deal. I think in wholesaling, this is a massive truth about this business. So many of you guys want to go out here and say, well, actually, it's this. Stop overthinking this. Stop overcomplicating this. Wholesaling real estate is about finding the deal, then selling it to the rich landlord, getting your assignment fee, getting your finder's fee. This is what wholesaling is about. If you want to go out here and just kill yourself and feel like you got to do all this MLS and the comping and all, dude, stop. Okay. Just go out here and find a wholesaling deal. I promise you, there'll be plenty of people in the Discord to help you sell the deal. Vice versa. If you're good at finding buyers, find a guy who needs help selling this deal, and you'll never struggle finding wholesaling deals. You're just one relationship away. It's not about that you don't know how to find a deal. It's that you don't know somebody that does deals that can teach you for free. That's what wholesaling is about, baby. That's what it is. So in wholesaling real estate, just understand that you will cry. You will suffer. If you are not feeling like you want to quit, you are probably not doing it hard enough, by the way. This kind of goes with anything in life. If you don't ever feel like you want to quit working out, because you're probably not working out enough. I think that's a really important thing I tell a lot of people. But you are going to do a lot of suffering in this business. You are going to do a lot of hard work. You are probably going to be working harder than you ever thought in your life. And most likely, and I don't like saying this too much, but this isn't the case for me, but I think for a lot of people, if they knew how much effort really went into doing a wholesaling deal, the amount of stress, the amount of anxiety you probably get on a deal, if they knew about all, they probably wouldn't get started. But you come to them a year after that, they would never not start. And you're going to find that wholesaling real estate's a really tough thing when you're just trying to get your first deal, trying to get your first 100K. But once you start getting 150, 200, it just gets easier and easier and easier and more repeatable. You'll start making more money and your life will get better. But just understand, you are not going to get, if you really want to make money wholesaling, you are not going to be unscathed in this business. You are not going to go away. If you're a boxer, you're going to get punched in the face. That is just the name of the game. It's about how hard you get hit. But if you're a boxer, you're going to get smacked. You're going to get rocked once or twice. And just understand that it's just a part of the game. But the cool part is once you get that hand raised and you start winning, you never question yourself why you're doing it. So I give a promise to everybody. Yes, you are going to cry. You are going to suffer. You're going to want to quit. But I will give you a promise that you will get rich and you will become successful if you can get over that hard truth. Okay? It is a very, very hard truth. But if you are able to understand how tough you have to be to get started here, but if you're willing to accept that, I promise you, you will get rich. You are just going to have to overcome it. And the people that do wholesaling deals and the ones that don't are the ones that are able to overcome that hurdle. And the only way to overcome that hurdle is to just market your butt off. It's all about marketing, because closing a deal is really not going to be the thing stopping you. There's a rare like 2 or 3 individuals I know that struggle with closing and they find people to partner up with them that can close. But like outside of that, freewholesaling.com has all the scripts and everything you need to know. Nothing's stopping you. So I want to leave you on a quote here. Pay the price of tomorrow's success with today's suffering. And what I mean by this is the price of your success that you're seeking, your end goal, what you really, really want, that price has to be paid with today's suffering. And so if you really want to make that $100,000 in a year, you're going to have to suffer today to win tomorrow. A lot of young people, they look up to athletes, they look up to influencers, they look up to all these things. When the dang truth is, you look up to the athlete because of what they've done when no one was watching them. That's why everyone loves Patrick Mahomes, because he did so much that you never saw, that when it was time for him to shine and perform, you loved it. You love it when he performs, but you never saw the hours he puts in there, right? Everyone loved Kobe Bryant, but they never saw the 6 hours a day he spent training on basketball. You never saw that. You never cared about that, right? The thing is, the same thing happens in wholesaling. You go out here and you see successful wholesalers and you clap, say, woo, you go, and you're happy, but like you don't see the tens of thousands, the tens and tens of thousands of hours spent cold calling. You guys never saw the days where I cold call for hours and hours and hours and just get nothing and nothing and no leads and nothing and no deals, and all these employees that I hire and then they quit after a week, and just all these struggles and problems. I'm not the complainer. I'm not the guy that says I suffer all the time. I'm not that person. But I will tell you that I'm the type of person that I don't regret one thing I've done in wholesaling, right? The only regret I have is that I've not flexed on more gurus, and I am making rights of those wrongs every single day. But I can tell you right now that everyone likes the successful person, but no one sees the work they've done behind the scenes. And for you to become that successful person you look up to, you're going to have to do the work that you don't see from them. And that journey of me grinding to become the elite closer, the elite cold caller, the elite marketer, I wasn't recording YouTube videos on that. I was like, oh, I'm cold calling. This is my journey. I wasn't doing that. I didn't have enough time to go out here and try to record myself cold calling for the first time. I couldn't afford the luxury of doing it because all I did was I spent every available hour wholesaling. I didn't worry about what I looked like or making a cute thumbnail or putting on you. I had to get rich. Like that was it. I didn't care about anything else. And I see a lot of these people on YouTube trying that. I should record content of me starting out in wholesale. I'm like, bro, stop. Just get rich. No one's gonna watch you. No one's gonna care if you're broke and you're not doing well. Just get rich and become so successful in wholesaling that when you make the content, nobody can deny your success. Nobody denied me at 19 years old when I started my YouTube channel because I was flashing $50,000 HUDs and checks because I was doing this business. The amount of people that I've done a wholesaling deal watching my live stuff and all that, like there's no denying I've done more JV deals than I think 99% of wholesalers out here. I'm one of the top wholesalers in the country from that. You can't deny the amount of deals that I do. You can't deny any of this stuff. The only thing that you can deny is you are quitting. You're quitting your dreams by you deciding that you don't think you can do it. Because I'm already rich. I'm already a multi-millionaire however many times over from wholesaling real estate. I don't need to be making content on the internet. I don't need anything to prove for you. There's nothing yet else I have to prove in wholesaling real estate. I flex on all the gurus. I've done everything that I've ever set my mind to. The only thing I'm looking to do even more now is just help more people, obviously, right? So I'm not doing this to impress you. I'm just doing this to open your mind that because I was crazy enough to believe in myself, you should believe in yourself. And I want you to know that I'm a testament to this. Rick Ginn is a testament to this. And pretty much all the people that I've shown how to get rich is a testament to this. We don't tell you that, hey, Zach taught me how to wholesale for free just to make me feel good, to stroke my ego, right? We do this to show that wholesaling real estate has changed our lives. We've collectively spent no money getting started, and you can do the same thing. It is not a scam. This is why I continue to do what I do. This is why I continue to highlight these stories, because if you are broke and you have no other option in life, you have nowhere else to go. Your back is in a corner. You have no money. You have to make 20 grand in a month. This is the way. And this is why I made this video. Start wholesaling real estate. Start getting rich. This is not the way. It is the only way for you to change your life. Guys, if you want to get rich wholesaling real estate, go to my free real estate wholesaling course. Go to freewholesaling.com. Again, that's the word free, the word wholesaling.com. And like always, guys, go out here and just like this and share it to as many people as you want. And like always, I appreciate all of you guys.